الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وسيد الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله ومن دعا بدعوته واستنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله. I bear witness that there is no one worthy of worship but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one and only, and that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his messenger and his servant. My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This week, this Friday and next Friday are very, very unique to our community. Unique in the terms that we see many new faces and many returning faces of the students who went away during the summer, and many students who are coming for the first time to the campus of the University of Illinois. It is a very unique situation, not available in many communities in the world, where every year about 1/4 of our population graduates, moves away, and a replacement, another quarter comes to replace them with the new faces. If you leave this community for 3 to 4 years and come back, you will look like a stranger. All the faces will be new except a few. So let me take this opportunity on behalf of our wonderful community to welcome all the ones who are coming back and all the ones who are joining us for the first time and all of their families who are coming with them. Many of the students come with their parents. I want you to feel as parents that your children are coming to one of the best places in the world, not only to a great university, but to a great Muslim community. And I say that and I mean it because I was one of those who came once upon a time, but it was a long time ago. 37 years ago, I came as a student to this city and to this university. And very few of my brothers and sisters who came before me or right around that time are still in town. But we are the witnesses to the growth and enrichment of this community that you are becoming a member of. 37 years ago, we were praying in a small house, a rental house. And today we have this beautiful masjid. Allah had blessed me to witness the journey step by step. In fact, many of my friends, after they know the story and they move to other communities, they call and they tell me, this is like Central Illinois Muslim community in the 80s or in the 90s. We become the litmus test of wherever you go. So I hope you will enjoy the next few days, few years in this community, and you will be enriched in your life, and you will enrich our community by your presence. When I came, when you came, there were some brothers, some sisters, some families who touched us. who took us in their cars from the airport or from the bus station or the train station to wherever we want to live, who took us the first time to the supermarket to buy our groceries, who taught us what is halal and what is haram and what's doubtful of the food, of the product, in a land that we know very little about. And I know, and I still remember, those brothers or sisters or families, and I pray for them. You know, this is an opportunity, if you want to thank them, to do to the new students what those brothers and sisters and families did to you. And may Allah reward you and reward them, because they planted a seed of goodness. Touch those lives of the young Muslim brothers and sisters coming to this campus. Touch them. Give them that family feeling. Give them that warm welcome. And think of what they will think of you 10 years later, 20 years later. They will be praying for you. They will be mentioning you as the one who planted that seed of goodness in them. This is a community with a lot of history. And this is a community that welcomes you but also needs you. And every one of us comes with certain strengths and certain talents. And there are many committees that will welcome you to join them. And whether there is a committee or not, if you are talented in something, just manifest it, make a room for it, and serve the community and touch the community. It is important to think that you, as a young Muslim coming to this community, as much as you want to see an uncle or an aunt who is helping you, a brother or a sister who is helping you, think of you helping them. Many of our community members, they have little children. They come to the Sunday school. They come to the masjid. And those children are far away from their extended families. You are the extended family to them. Play with those children. Teach them. Volunteer to be the teacher for them. I know my own children grew up with so many uncles and aunts. Out of respect, they would call them uncles and aunts. Like you, they taught them in the masjid. And you will be planting great seeds of influence and goodness in the little children. And you will be pleasing their parents at the same time. You don't have to think that you are just a receiver. You are a giver. And the best is the one who is very happy to give and very happy to receive. And to the parents again, I tell you, this is one of the most wonderful communities in the world, and I mean it. The other community that came similar to it in its international diversity, as we have only one masjid in this community, under one roof, more than 40 different countries are represented in one place. The other place that reminded me of this feeling is going to Mecca for Hajj and seeing all the Muslims in one place. This is not the typical masjid in a big city where every masjid is serving one or two of the ethnic groups. This is the world coming together. Very intellectual people. We have a great imam in our masjid. An imam who loves to receive questions and debate and learn and teach at the same time. Our imam today is not with us in the masjid because he and his family had been tested by the COVID. Tested like a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah reward them, increase their reward and thawab, and may Allah grant them full recovery soon. We also have a great imam who just gave the adhan, Sheikh Khalid. May Allah bless him, with a beautiful voice and a memorizer of the Quran, a great teacher who will help you, if you want, in the next 4 years of your life in Champaign-Urbana, you could leave with memorizing a good part of the Quran, and a great teacher. And you can debate with him too, any question on your mind. And you can learn and teach at the same time. I know when I have a question, I give him some troubles and talk to him. And when I want more answers, I just appeal to him. Could you please talk to your teachers back in Al-Azhar where he went for school and get me some more answers? And he's happy to do that. This community is very blessed by the diversity and richness that Allah has chosen to bring you to it, so that you benefit and you benefit the community at the same time. That was a long welcome, but that wasn't the subject of my khutbah today. The subject of my khutbah today is a follow-up on a khutbah that I gave 2 months ago. And the khutbah 2 months ago was about one of the pillars of faith, the pillar of Al-Qadr, to believe in Allah and His messengers and the Day of Judgment and the books and Al-Qadr. What seems to be good, what seems to be bad, we believe all of the Qadr is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then I went through the discussion to say, Al-Qadr is not just a predestiny that we limit ourselves to think Al-Qadr is how old or how many years you will live. Are you a male or a female? Where are you born? How much wealth you will have? All of that is part of the Qadr. But the Qadr as a pillar of faith, where faith is what rests in your heart and impacts your actions. Al-Qadr means to believe that this whole universe, everything in it, humans and non-humans, is very well calculated, engineered, designed. Everything is done for a purpose. Everything is by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In fact, you come to this university as a student to study in one way or another the Qadr. One of us will go to study the Qadr of physics and the Qadr of chemistry, the systems, the rules that Allah put in this universe. And because everything is well calculated and everything is based on a system, we go and do research and expect good results. We don't expect a chaotic universe. We expect a well-organized universe. That's the Qadr. I also spoke about the concept of, are we responsible or not? And I gave you the simple equation that responsibility is only when you have the response ability. So if you are able to respond, then you are responsible. But if things are done to you, then you are not rewarded and you are not punished. That's the Qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to test you with what comes after that. So after I gave that khutbah, one of my beloved brothers came to me and he said, then how do you reconcile that with the ayah or the ayat in the Quran that talks about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taking a covenant on the children of Adam, and specifically he read the ayah, وَإِذْ أَخَذَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ بَنِي آدَمَ مِنْ ظُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَى شَهِدْنَا أن تقولوا يوم القيامة إنا كنا عن هذا غافلين أو تقولوا إنما أشرك آباؤنا من قبل وكنا ذرية من بعدهم أفتهلكنا بما فعل المبطلون. And at that time I told to my brother, and I will translate the ayah in my second khutbah and talk about it, I told him I will research it and come back to you. So this second portion of the khutbah is my promise to my brother who asked the question to fulfill that promise. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. So the translation of the ayah, where the translation is one of the tafsir. If you read different translations, you might get different meanings. So I will translate it to the best of my understanding. وَإِذْ أَخَذَ رَبُّكَ, like, O Muhammad, O Muslims, remember, look at the time or the thing or the phenomena that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took. Allah chose to take min bani Adam, from the children of Adam. He's taking something. Min zuhurihim, from their backs. If you read some of the translation, they will specify a certain portion in the back, the lion, or, well, it's somewhere in the back, and I leave it to the scientists to look into the scientific amazement in the ayah. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remember and look at the feature when Allah took from the children of Adam, like me and you, from their backs, ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ. He took from their backs their children. So Allah took from Adam his children, and from every child he took the grandchild in a continuous process of reproduction. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the ayah, if I don't bring any other story, is pointing us to recognize a phenomena that is so important that Allah is mentioning it. The phenomena of reproduction of the human, and the story how it starts somewhere in the backs of the parents, and it's repeated again and again. And Allah says immediately after that, وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ. أَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلى أَنفُسِهِمْ means, and He made them witnesses on themselves. So how do you become a witness? You become a witness when you are there, you saw the event, you have no doubt about it, then you are a witness. You don't become a witness by somebody telling you you must be a witness. So Allah is saying, and He made them witnesses. That means He enabled you and me to see it so clearly that when asked, Alastu bi Rabbikum, am I not your Rabb? Qalu bala. They said, they declared, absolutely. So Allah did not ask them, am I not your Ilah, the one who constitutes for you? Allah is asking, am I not your Rabb? So what's Rabb? Rabb, probably you remember riba, the interest story. Riba and Rabb is the growth. When something is growing, Allah is the Rabb of all of us, the Rabb of all of the universe. He takes something and He grows it, makes it bigger. He takes the human from that unseen by the naked eye little piece called nutfa from the back. It starts a journey based on a system, based on a qadar, well calculated, amazing to all the students of medicine and all of the doctors in the world. Amazing system that should lead every single one of us if we just think of that phenomena alone. There is no doubt that the Creator is the one who makes it grow. He didn't just create and leave it alone. He created and put a system of growth. So He is the Rabb. He's the one who raises, grows the thing that He created. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created in us as humans the ability to reason. It's by the fitra and innate in us that we should ask questions. You want to see a proof of that? Look at the little children. How many times we get our own children asking us, who made me? Who made you? And you tell, Allah and say, who made Allah? They don't stop. They want an answer. There is a curiosity in all of us to ask for the reason behind anything. So Allah is showing us a phenomena of growth and tarbiyah and growth that He put as a system within us. He made it so obvious in this ayah that we should have witnessed it. It's like you are looking at it. You don't need to look at the universe and the sun and the moon and the plants and geology and other things. Just look at yourself. وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ أَفَلَا يُبْصِرُونَ. And within themselves, don't they see enough signs? So that's the word أَشْهَدَهُمْ. If we just take it as a language, it means Allah is bringing to our attention a phenomenon that should lead us that Allah is the Rabb, the one who grows things, and that in that, the phenomena based on our faculties of reasoning should lead us to the Creator, Ar-Rabb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He created, He sustained, He grew things up because He's the Rabb. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continued to say, أن تقولوا يوم القيامة, so that on the day of judgment you don't come and say, we forgot. إِنَّا كُنَّا عَنْ هَذَا غَافِلِينَ. It's so obvious to you. You don't need much thinking to be reminded. This is so obvious. You see the sun and you see the moon and you see the light, that you are having a ghafla and you are forgiving something so obvious. It's your responsibility. Didn't you see the growth and reproduction story of the humans? Of course we did. Everyone did. And we compete to have those happy moments of marriage and reproduction, and we celebrate. You celebrated all of that, but you didn't think about it. It didn't lead you to declare that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Creator and the Rabb. So that's what the ayah is talking about. Do not hide behind the permission to yourself of, I forgot about it. Because it doesn't work. It's so obvious that you cannot just forget it. Do not hide behind the reason, we found our parents worshipping someone else and we just followed them. That's not a reason. It is so obvious to everyone, whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a messenger or not, it should be within the human ability to witness it and figure it out. And the ones who did not receive a message, they thought about it. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a great example. He, before he became a messenger, was going to that cave, Ghar Hira. He was doing reflection and thinking. He did not accept just to worship the idols. He didn't know who to worship, but he was seeking. So that innate fitrah should lead us to the Creator. You want another example of the innate fitrah that should lead us? Think of someone who is in a major trouble in the middle of the sea on a small boat, and the waves are playing with the boat. He's about to sink. Even the atheist at that time will do the atheist prayer. O Creator, the universe that brought me here, I don't know who you are, just help me. And many stories like that. And if you help me, I will search for you and I will believe in you. What made that person throw all of the ideology of no God, remember God at that moment? It's within us. We are wired, we are programmed to do that. So how did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us witnesses that He is the Rabb? Because of the faculty of reasoning, because of the fitrah, because it's so obvious that everybody should see it. Now, there are many ahadith and many sayings of Sahaba or Tabi'een. According to Ibn Kathir, may Allah be pleased with him, none of them alone is credible enough. but all of them together justify a story. And the story is in the unseen world. That Allah is telling us that when Allah created Adam, He did some kind of wiping, wipe off or wipe on. Remember the story of Isa alayhi salam as al-Masih? So some kind of wiping on the back of Adam, and the whole children of Adam, all of them became in front of Adam, and Allah addressed them. Some of the ahadith are saying it happened on this earth in the area of the mountain of Arafah. Is that one of the reasons why Muslims should go for Hajj? Is that why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every time talks about Hajj in the Quran, is talking about the human being? وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ. It's more of a human call. Allah knows. But the ahadith, the strongest ones are saying if it happened on this earth, it happened in the area of Arafah. If it happened, and Allah asked those children of Adam the question, am I not your Lord? And some ahadith are saying, and He promised them their sustenance. Part of that Rabb adjective of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They said, Bala. Yes, we accept. We are witnesses. We are making the commitment. And then they witnessed each other, or the angels witnessed them, that don't come on the day of judgment and say nobody told us. That commitment, that covenant, if it happened that way, it's fi ilm al-ghayb. We don't remember it, we don't feel it, we are not responsible for it. We are responsible for what we choose to do. Remember, responsibility means responsibility. And that is my best understanding of researching this matter. And I cannot leave this stand without reminding my brothers and sisters again that my best form of researching the tafsir is to go to a website. And the website is called Al-Tafsir, A-L-T-A-S-F-I-R, altafsir.com. And there you can choose any book of tafsir. May Allah bless the ones who put it together. You can choose the ayah, you can choose the surah, you can choose the tafsir, and you read. If you read 4 or 5 different tafsirs, believe me, you will start figuring out the best understanding of the ayah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this day a blessed day for all of our community, and especially for the ones who are visiting and choosing to be here for the first time. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqan warzuqna ittiba'ah wa arina al-batila batilan warzuqna ijtinabah. Allahumma ahdina wahdi bina. Allahumma ahdina wahdi bina. Allahumma ahdina wahdi bina. Ameen wa aqim as-salat.
الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين وأخذ ربك من بني آدم من ظهورهم ذريتهم وأشهدهم على أنفسهم ألست بربكم قالوا بلى شهدنا أن تقولوا يوم القيامة إنا كنا عن هذا غافلين أو تقولوا إنما أشرك آباؤنا من قبل وكنا ذرية من بعدهم أفتهلكنا بما فعل المبطلون وكذلك نفصل الآيات ولعلهم يرجعون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. إنا كل شيء خلقناه بقدر وما أمرنا إلا واحدة كلمح بالبصر ولقد أهلكنا أشياعكم فهل من مدكر وكل شيء فعلوه في الزبر وكل صغير وكبير مستطر إن المتقين في جنات ونهر في مقعد صدق عند مليك مقتدر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Could you please wait for a second? Can you hear me back there? It's not working? Okay, then I'll talk louder. I'd like to welcome all the new students. May Allah bless you. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make this. Assalamu alaikum. We'd like to welcome all. Is it working now? Can you hear me? Back there? Okay, welcome the students. May Allah bless you, and we'd love to help you. If you need any help, just let us know. If you wish to help the masjid, we have a sheet of paper by the office, and also outside by the bulletin board there. Just you put down your name and what you like to help. Sister Zainab started work on the sports part. Please, if you would like to join, we have the information. I'll have this thing on the bulletin board. You can take a picture of it and contact her. It's $5.50 for class, $45 per month. Muslim moms have a meeting today on Friday at the Colbert Park. If you like to attend, it'll be at 6 o'clock. Basically, mothers and children. The Friends of the Champaign County Food Pantry is looking for a part-time coordinator to manage the weekly food distribution and manage the volunteers. And they will be paying $15 an hour. It'll be about 6 to 8 hours a week. So if you'd like to choose that, we have the connections here. Also, you can join the food pantry team. CIMIC Weekend School, inshallah, will start a week from this Sunday. If you'd like to have your children to sign up, let us know. Come to the office or see Imad Jassim or myself. Our Imam, Dr. Osmani, is sick with COVID. He had a COVID. Please make dua for him. Well, he does not have it, but actually his wife and 2 children have it. Please make dua for him and for the family. Lunch today is gyro sandwiches. Also, I want to remind you, next Friday, everybody has to wear masks. During the week, you don't have to. But we'd like to have everybody wearing a mask on Friday. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وسيد الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله ومن دعا بدعوته واستنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله. I bear witness that there is no one worthy of worship but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his messenger and his servant. I would like to start by recognizing that this week and next week, this Friday and next Friday, for our community are very unique. Very unique in the sense that we see so many new faces. And a few months ago, we said goodbye to so many of our brothers and sisters who graduated. And now we welcome almost 25% of our community every year around this time. This is a university town, and if you are to go away from this community for 3 to 4 years and you come back, you will look like a stranger because the face is already changed. Very few of us stay longer than that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed me to be a witness for the last 37 years in this community. When I came as a student, we did not have a masjid like this, and the brothers and the sisters were renting a house, a small house, and few students were living in the second floor. The first floor was the musalla, and the basement was with a big freezer where we would go to the Chicago land and get some halal chicken and halal meat, and then sell it to the students so that we generate some more income to our masjid. I witnessed the transition, and I witnessed that so many brothers and sisters who contributed their time, their thoughts, their efforts to go from a small house to this beautiful Islamic center that is made and centered around the students. I remember when they were thinking of buying a piece of land, it was much cheaper to buy a bigger piece of land a little bit away from the campus. But the brothers and sisters who thought of it, they wanted the masjid to be within a walking distance of the students. The students that many of them are visiting us today to join the community, their parents are with them. To the parents I say, you and your children are blessed to come to a wonderful, wonderful community. And wonderful for me as a witness of this community. It made me, shaped me the way I am today. And this community is one of the richest communities in the Muslim world in terms of diversity. There is only one masjid, and under the same dome, more than 40 countries are represented. So your friends, and if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you to get married and have children in this community, your children will grow up knowing the Muslim faces as an international Muslim community and not just one or two ethnic groups served by one masjid in a big city or in a small town far away from the universities. What makes this community very unique is that diversity that comes from the attraction of the university to some of the best minds from our Muslim world to come for school. When I came 37 years ago, there were some brothers and there were some sisters who welcomed me and welcomed many others. They picked me up from the airport. They took me to the shopping centers. They helped me find what is halal and what's haram of the food. They guided me and they acted like a family. Immediately, as a Muslim, wherever you go to the masjid and you feel there is an extended family feeling for you. So as I think of how could I thank those brothers and sisters and families who touched my heart at that time, how could I thank them? How could you thank those who touched your heart? And I cannot imagine a better way than welcoming the newcomers to our community and recreate that experience for them. Hopefully in a few years they will remember us the way we are remembering the ones who touched our hearts when we came. You need to be a giver and you need to be a good receiver. Any one of us, the new and the old, the ones who had been here before and the ones who just started their life here, everyone is needed. And you don't need to think you just need someone to help you, because you can help too. You can help by sharing whatever experience you learn in the next few days with the others who did not discover it yet. You can share it by giving to the families who are welcoming you, but they have little children. And those little children are far away from their extended family members of the uncles and the aunts. You become the uncle, you become the aunt, you become the big brother and the big sister for those. And as you take care of the children of our community and teach them, I have my own children who grew up taught, not just by me and my wife, but taught by so many of the community members. And if we judge the tree by its fruits, I am very grateful, alhamdulillah. The fruits of this community for my children and many other children have been wonderful. And I hope you will have a very fruitful time for the next few years in this community. It's a great time to think of the concept of life and death. The people who graduated and went away almost like they died from this community and they are born in a new community. You are now born into this community. It's a great concept to think about, that death is not the end of our journey, but it's a beginning of a new era in our journey. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us to keep growing and keep giving and keep being helping to every community that we go to. That is a long welcome to the newcomers, but that's not the main subject of my khutbah today. The main subject of my khutbah today is inspired by a question from a brother who, when I gave a khutbah like this 2 months ago, and the subject of my khutbah at that time was one of the pillars of faith, the pillar of Al-Qadr. Many Muslims think of Al-Qadr as predestined, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordained to happen. And we think just of how much wealth are we going to get? Am I going to get married or not? Do I get children or not? How long am I going to live? And all of that is ordained and done, and I have no choice. But that's a very small section of this great concept, a great pillar of faith called Al-Qadr. Al-Qadr is to believe in everything in this universe. Everything is well engineered, well designed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, well calculated and muqaddar. Nothing is haphazard. Everything has systems and has a way to be happening. That's Qadr. In fact, when we think of us coming to the university, whatever field you are studying, physics, biology, psychology, economics, You are trying to study the qadr and the system of the universe in a small field. And because you believe it is well ordained and well organized, you trust that as you do your experiments, you will get consistent results. If every time you mix two materials together, you get a third and different product in chemistry, we wouldn't have chemistry as a science. But because of the exact proportions of mixing material A with material B, and you always get material C, then you try to tweak it a little and see if I can get it better. Because I know what the result will be. I'm just playing with the boundaries for optimum results. Why? Because I believe in Al-Qadr. Al-Qadr is the universe manifesting the design of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we think of faith as what settles in the heart and verified in our actions, that mindset should produce people who are very organized, very systematic, and very hopeful for better results because of the systems and the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I shared with you last time in my speech that responsibility for us as Muslims comes if there is a responsibility. So if you have a responsibility, then you are responsible. You are not responsible if you are forced to do something. You are not responsible if you forgot to do something. The hadith says, رُفِعَ عَنْ أُمَّةِ الْخَطَأُ وَالنِّسْيَانُ وَمَا اسْتُكْرِهُ عَلَيْهِ. That if you make something by mistake, you forgot to do it, or you were forced to do it, you are not responsible for it. So, one of the brothers, after the khutbah, came to me and asked, what about this ayah or couple of ayahs in the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in it talks about a covenant that He took on us and that everything is preordained. And the ayat that he was talking about, I will read them in Arabic first. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَإِذْ أَخَذَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ بَنِي آدَمَ مِنْ ظُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَى شَهِدْنَا أَنْ تَقُولُوا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ إِنَّا كُنَّا عَنْ هَذَا غَافِلِينَ أو تقولوا إنما أشرك آباؤنا من قبل وكنا ذرية من بعدهم أفتهلكنا بما فعل المبطلون. And the translation is, remember, notice, recognize the event, the time, the phenomena of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taking. So Allah is taking, it's like choosing to take, min bani Adam, from the children of Adam, min ظهورهم, from their backs, very specific, ذريتهم. So look at this phenomenon. Look at the phenomena of reproduction for the humans, where Allah is choosing to take from the children of Adam, everyone is a taken and taken from. You are born from parents and you become a parent. By the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, some of us do not produce. But the phenomena in general, the one who is taken from the parents is also, the children are taken from him or her. So this phenomenon, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us to recognize it, to look at it. And then Allah says, وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ, and Allah made them witnesses against each other, or witnesses on each other. Now, how do you become a witness? In order for you to become a witness, you need to see something, see it very clearly, no doubt about it, and then you say, yeah, I'm a witness, I saw that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He says, وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ, it means that He made them see it. He made them see it clearly. That's why their answer was, when He asked them, am I not your Rabb? And the word is Rabb. Whereas He didn't say, am I not Allah? Am I not the one who should be worshipped? He said, Alastu bi Rabbikum? So it means for me as a Muslim to think, what is Rabb? Rabb, maybe another word that we remember a lot and talk about is riba. This story of riba and interest and the banks and loans. Riba means ziyada, increase. So Allah, the Rabb, is the one who will increase us, the one who will grow us, the one who will feed us, sustain us, make us grow from the very unseen little nutfa, little portion of the beginning of our journey as humans. Allah put it through a system of reproduction and supplies us with all of the blessings to become who we are today. This is a phenomenon that we witness every single day. We see it. It's not a secret. How do we see it? In fact, we celebrate it. Every time we see some people getting married, there is a big party. Every time somebody is born, the parents are throwing a party. So it's celebrated, it's seen, it's so obvious. And we witness that. But Allah is saying, in it, you are capable, as humans, you are capable to declare, yeah, I see it very clearly, and yes, it means you are my Rabb, you are the sustainer, the one who raises me, makes me grow, makes me increase. Otherwise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wouldn't say, Ashhadahum. Because if you are a witness, that means you must see it clearly. So that means we, the humans, have the faculties and the abilities to look at this phenomena and conclude without a doubt that Allah is the creator and the sustainer. And when you look at the qadr and the chances of you being the one chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from millions of other options, you have nothing but to hands down say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alhamdulillah wa shukr. Gratefulness is to Allah, the one who chose me to be in this time, in this location, to come to this community, to come to this university, to be in my family the way I am. I am grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and nothing in my journey is haphazard. Everything is well designed and well calculated, and Allah meant it for me to grow and to become who I am for a purpose, and I should fulfill my purpose. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, am I not your Rabb? They said, for sure you are. قالوا بلى شهدنا, we are witnesses. Then the ayah continues to say, don't come on the day of judgment and say we forgot. And don't come on the day of judgment and say, oh, we found our parents worshipping other idols and we started worshipping like them. Ya Allah, don't punish us because the parents are the ones who misled us. Allah is telling us that's not an excuse. This sign is so obvious that you declare and say Allah is the Rabb. And when you look at ayat like this and say قالوا أو تقولوا, the ayah says ألست بربكم قالوا بلى. The word قال, in most of the cases when you look at the Mufassirin, they will say قال means said, like you utter the word and say yes. But قال doesn't mean that you just speak. Speaking is one form of qawl, and that is in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the heavens and the earth. قالتا, they said, أتينا طائعين. لك ائتيا طوعا أو كرها قالتا أتينا طائعين. The earth and the heavens are saying, are talking. They are not. They are declaring that they are submitted. How do they declare? Because they are just running the system that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put into them. A much easier example to remember is the story of Maryam alayhi salam. When Maryam came carrying Isa alayhi salam in her hands, Allah told her, "Quli," say, declare, make it obvious, "Inni nadartu lirrahmani sawma, falan ukallima al-yawma insiya." I am fasting from talking. So, quli, I am fasting from talking. And I will not talk to anyone. So, quli and talk. Say and say. Al-qawl could be just carrying a banner. If you carry a note, you said it. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Announce and declare in your actions, in your belief, in your stances that Allah is the one and only. That you don't associate with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't have to carry them like a tool and say Allahu ahad, Allahu ahad, Allahu ahad. You don't just repeat it. You say al-qawl by declaration. It will be by your actions. So the humans are saying, the humans in their presence are declaring, the humans in their innate nature, by their fitrah, are declaring Allah is the Rabb. What fitrah? Different sides of that fitrah, different sides of that nature, like the reasoning nature. Every time you see a well-designed thing, you say, who did it? This is a great design. You cannot imagine this mosque was built just by chance. And the more designed it is, the more of a better engineer or a better builder that you expect to have put it together. And when you look at the children, they will keep asking you why, who, when. They have that curiosity. Who taught the child to do that? It's innate. We are programmed to look for reasons. The nature and the fitrah that every human is religious by nature. And every human at the time of pressure and need will go back to the Creator, whether they know the Creator or not. Take the example of someone alone in a boat in the middle of the ocean, and the waves are playing with that boat and the boat is about to flip. Even the atheists at that time will raise their hands and ask this infinite intelligence, the Creator, the one that they don't know, "Oh God, if you are there, I need your help." Even the atheists will have a prayer. How is that innate? It's Allah programming us so that we witness that. Don't go far away and look at the systems and the qadar of the whole universe. Just look at your own reproduction. There is enough evidence in it to witness that Allah is the sustainer and the Rabb and the Creator. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. أسأل الله توفيقكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. When you go to the books of tafsir to understand the meaning of this ayah, you will find two groups of mufassirin. One group will choose to separate these ayat on their own and the meaning similar to what I just shared with you. The other mufassirin will take it to many ahadith or sayings of Sahaba and Tabi'een. And Ibn Kathir, may Allah be pleased with him, one of the greatest mufassirin, says, none of those sayings alone is strong enough or authentic enough. But if you take them all together, it looks like there is a factual story there. And the story goes that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam, He did some form of wiping or mask on his back. And he brought forward all of the children of Adam alayhi salam. So Adam can see them. Some of the hadith will make Adam see some shining and some having some deficiencies. But without going into the details, some hadith, or the strongest among them, are saying this happened on this earth, and it happened near the mountain of Arafah. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked to those creatures, the children of Adam, and asked, in a godly way, the message was received, am I not your Lord and Rabb and Sustainer? And in ahadith, ukhra, in other ahadith, he promised them the sustenance and asked them, and they said, Bala, Shahidna. Yes, we are witnesses. So the angels are saying, or they are telling, the humans are telling to each other, don't come on the day of judgment and say, we forgot. This is a covenant you are taking. If that story happened, the details are not very clear. The covenant is something you and me do not remember. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Almighty, the Just, is not making us responsible for something we did not witness or we remember witnessing. Remember, responsibility is a responsibility. Allah chose to send us messengers, and Allah embedded in us innate features and natures, like the reasoning, like to be religious, bil fitra, that human nature, that everyone is born to be submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if not misguided, will end up choosing the right religion. This story also says that Allah created one portion of the humans say you will go to the hellfire, and another portion say you will go to paradise. That goes totally against the teachings of the Quran, that is, وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى, رُفِعَ عَنْ أُمَّتِي الْخَطَأُ وَالنِّسْيَانُ, that the humans are responsible only for what they choose to do. So, the tafsir is there. The belief of some people that we are predestined without a choice is there. But also the argument is very strong, and the evidence is very strong that we as humans, we feel and we do things by choice, and that we do not know what the result will be, and no one can claim, I will do the work of the hellfire because I know I'm going to the hellfire. And no one is claiming, I'm doing the good deeds because Allah ordained me to go to the Jannah, and that's why I'm doing it. The ones who are doing the good deeds are saying, we are trying. And the ones who are doing the bad deeds, they need to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. The concept of al-qadr as a pillar of faith, the concept of understanding the ayat and tafsir, is something on us to learn. The way we come to the university to learn, I encourage my brothers and sisters to always go back and compare different understandings. The tafsir is not only one tafsir, there are many. And if you look at a few of those tafsirs, you will be guided to the best understanding very quickly. And one of the best websites that I like to go to, very easy to give you multiple options of tafsir, is altafsir.com. If you go there, you can choose the ayah, you can choose the surah, you can choose the mufassir, the one who will translate it or the one who will explain it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our stay in this town and this community to be very fruitful, and enable us to learn from each other and to give to each other and to help and to be helped. Ameen. Aqim as-salat.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Today, Friday's announcement. Continue today was our brother Hassan Jabber. Welcome to new all students and their family members. If you wish to help the masjid in any way, you can volunteer at the masjid functions such as dawah, social, education, cleaning, yard work, parking lot organization, food service, and etc. Contact Brother Tanvir or Brother Wahid. Masks are optional for all prayers except Friday prayers. Mask is recommended in the masjid at all times though. Please bring your own mask and save the masjid money. Sister Zainab started workout classes in the masjid from 5:30 to 6:15 p.m. every Monday and Wednesday. Please come a little early to fill out the liability form. The cost is $45 a month or $5.50 per class. Muslim moms and kids have a play day this today, Friday, at Colbert Park in Savoy. Will start at 6 p.m. The Friends of Champaign County Food Pantry is looking for a part-time coordinator to manage the weekly food distribution and manage volunteers. We'll pay $15 an hour, 6 to 8 hours a week. Please contact Brother Waismade or Brother Tanvir Alam or email friendsofchampaigncounty@gmail.com. You can join the food pantry team to help in food distribution as well. This is a dawah work in action. Contact Friends of Champaign County at email or click the link below to sign. CIMIC Weekend School will start August 28th. Teachers, please contact the school if you are planning on teaching and volunteering this year. You can donate to the masjid using new Venmo account at CIMIC. Our Imam, Dr. Usman family, has gotten COVID-19 this week. Please make dua for a quick recovery, and he will be unavailable in person for a few more days. Please make dua for him and his family. Lunch today is gyro sandwiches, $7 donation. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum.
तक उनके कहने को कर्जा दे दें, इसका तो मैं बेसन भी बना के दे दूँ। ठीक है दिशा में दे दें। हाँ उसमें ये कॉम्प्लेक्स है तो उसमें गॉल्फ कोर्स है, तो गॉल्फ कोर्स ये उसका मसाला लग रहा है। अभी मैं देखी भी है, लेकिन आतिफ की तरह हम दोनों के फाइनली वो अपार्टमेंट 10-12 बात आ गई, रेंट बढ़ा सकते हैं। हाँ यही और आपको कितना पैसा पानी हाँ वहाँ तो ड्रेनेज का लैंडस्केप ही ऐसा है कि जब आपका आधा शहर जो सी दैट इज़ राइट नेक्स्ट टू, तो लाहौर के पास तो 3 दरिया गुजर रही हैं, वो भी कभी खाली होती है। तो वो वहाँ से इतना पत्थर और वो है तो फिल करके ग्राउंड लेवल ऊपर कर सकते हैं, वो डिच में ही पकड़ के, लेकिन डिफरेंस इसमें डिच उसमें जितनी भी कमी और वो सूरज लगवाट है तो पानी आएगा तो वो कभी नहीं कहते ना सबसे कराची का कचरा जो है उनके घर के नीचे से गुजरता है, लोगों को शौक से नहीं है। नहीं कराची के अलावा डिफरेंस उसी सारा जो पैसा प्रॉब्लम है ऊपर बताते हैं, सारा एरिया वो फ्लडिंग के लिए तो नहीं आए थे वो, क्योंकि अभी एक बंदे से बात करनी थी, लेकिन बताया था उसको भी कॉन्टेक्ट करें, लेकिन मुझे लगा कि थोड़ा कोरोना खाने लगी यूनिवर्सिटी के और बिल्कुल नया अवेश भाई ने इंटरव्यू की बात नहीं की। हाँ क्योंकि वो पहले अभी कम्युनिकेशन जो थी उन्होंने जो प्रेस जो बात करना चाहते हैं यही डिपार्टमेंट अनाउंस करना है उसी के लिए। इसके अलावा सबसे पहला समझना क्लियर यही तो रहता है हाँ सही उनको फ्री में वॉलंटियर है। अपना छोटी को पिक करना चाहिए चलिए ठीक है।
son will start next week. How are you? What's up? Next week? Okay, one week. And what do you want to do?
वही गाड़ी कौन सी कैमरे पार्क नहीं है तो उसी सबमिट तो रेंगे कर दूँगा कैसे ऑनलाइन कर दें रसीद देखिए जनरल डोनेशन पे उसकी नियम लोन में कर देगा जैसे सब पार्क में तो आपको डेट आने चाहिए ना वन सेमेस्टर या फुल ईयर 6 महीने का है $150 तो डबल से उसको मैं रिन्यू कर दूँगा मैं क्या करूँगा ना ठीक है ठीक है मैं उसमें बंदे को मेरे सामने आ जाना ऐसा मैं तमाशा मारूंगा ना उसको कितना कर दिया उसने पूरी कॉमेडियन
इसलिए आपका ना वैजी बन तो आप नहीं था
हाँ
इसलिए आपका वैजी बन तो आप नहीं था वो क्या हो क्या डायरेक्टर साहब कहेंगे
डायरेक्टर साहब करेंगे आप दूसरी यूनिट में आया
डायरेक्टर साहब आज तो नजर नहीं आ रहे कोई उनकी आवाज़ नहीं आ रही है
हाँ
डायरेक्टर साहब की कोई आवाज़ नहीं आ रही कोई
आज कम्युनिकेशन है मेरे को खुद भी टाइम निकाल के आया हूँ कम्युनिकेशन है
कुछ चीज़ें
फ्रेशनल कम्युनिकेशन आपकी दूसरी बेटी गई नहीं है कम्युनिकेशन पे आज कम्युनिकेशन है वो तो कमिटमेंट तो होती है रिलेशन तो वो तो होती है नहीं में होती है हाँ तो फ्रेशनल भी कम्युनिकेशन
खाना वाना बचा हुआ है कि
इन्फॉर्म का सर्टिफाइड है या नहीं इन्फॉर्म का सर्टिफाइड है या नहीं
आपके उधर का
उसको बनेगा वेट को फिर कल करे शाम को फिर डायरेक्ट करेंगे तो आपकी मलाई भी रखी है रबड़ी
मैं तो फारिग होना आज ही कल कर सकती हूँ
मैसेज करेंगे उसको
will have to work on it. I do.
هذا طيب معناته كمان بلكي بتحطي لي هذا الكورتيزون اليوم ان شاء الله. هذا التحسيس ماله؟ يمكن على الراس لا، لانه الراس هذاك يعني جزء كبير من الاير تدخل جوا، بس بضل الراس برا، والراس بضل يضرب بالباس. فعشان هيك انا بحب نسويه واقعد هيك بدون البس يعني فتره، بس لبعدين بنسويها، بس بنشوف ان شاء الله. التحسيس تبعك جاب نتيجه ولا؟ طيب يلا طيب بدي يلا سلامات.
And then they're just gonna wear masks on the week. They just wear it. How often do you go to like? I saw you go all three, like Ranger. You guys ready for speed run?
She does not know a lot, so you have to teach her.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
إنا أعطيناك إن شانئك Can you proceed? Go. Proceed. Go. Go.
Look. What he? Look up. Understand? Camera is working. Okay. Turn off. Sit down. Turn off. Yeah, sit.